Alright, welcome to our next pharmacology video. Here we're going to talk about spironolactone. So again, in our pharmacology videos, our first room represents method of action, our second room is going to represent clinical application, and our third room is going to be on toxicity or side effects. Okay, so let's go ahead and let us start with method of action. Well, first we note spironolactone is represented by this girl over here who's a spiral. Spiral for spironolactone. When I think of lactone, I sort of think of like milk, and that's why I made her white. So that will help us remember that we're talking about spironolactone here. What's the mechanism of action of spironolactone? Well, it's twofold. The first thing is we note this aldostone over here. It's a stone that's got aldo on it, the aldostone. Aldostone for aldosterone. We have this receptor. Spironolactone antagonizes aldosterone receptor. Aldosterone is responsible for sodium reabsorption. So by blocking this receptor, it's going to block sodium reabsorption. And we'll see this more in detail in the next room. And we also note over here this and sign, the and sign for androgen. Androgen, and it's also got a receptor. Spironolactone also binds to the androgen receptor. More specifically, it competes with dihydrotestosterone for binding to the androgen receptor and inhibits enzymes involved in androgen biosynthesis. Okay, so, and we'll explain why she has a beard here and acne soon. So here, since she blocked the aldosterone receptor, and aldosterone is responsible for sodium reabsorption and for potassium excretion, since we're blocking that, we're going to lead to potassium retention and excretion of the sodium. That's why we have this salt shaker back there outside the window, got thrown out the window. To help us remember that sodium is excreted and potassium is retained. She's retaining the bananas, retaining the potassium. And again, that's through the blocking of the aldosterone or the aldostone receptor. This also leads to a low blood pressure, represented by this blood pressure cuff that's going down. Aldosterone is used by the body to increase blood pressure, and the aldosterone receptor, therefore spironolactone, is able to reduce the blood pressure. And here we have her squashing the and sign. You can't really see that so well. She's blocking the and sign. She's blocking the androgen receptor, and that's why her beard is flying off. By blocking the androgen receptor, it's able to treat unwanted female hair. And also, she no longer has her pimples because it's used also for acne treatment. Finally, adverse effects and toxicity. So here, she's really sad because she has this huge banana in her. Spironolactone's toxicity can lead to hyperkalemia. Well, of course, if it's leading to potassium retention, too much potassium retention would be hyperkalemia. And in the back of the room over here, we have a picture of gynecomastia. Help us remember that gynecomastia is also a side effect in spironolactone. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this scene on spironolactone. Stay tuned for our next video in pharmacology.